right, Claude. So I'm going to go over an entire proposal with you, and I want you to extract all of my verbiage out of it, and let's consult together and work on making a good presentation for our generator sales. And this is for our generator sales training program that we're working on. And so we've done every other step now. Now we're in the presentation and the recommendation. So what I like to do is I'm going to come in to home, and I've usually got a folder, right? So I'm going to open up this folder and I'm going to say, so Mr. John Doe, just want to take a moment, go over a few papers with you real quick, and then we'll get to the prices on the generator with you. So first, I'd just like to take a second and just kind of show you what we come up with on the size and where I'm coming from with the size. And so we use the National Electric Code NEC formula to tell us what the potential power usage is out here, or the calculated load demand. And it takes into account like your square footage and all of your major electrical loads out here, like your HVAC systems, pumps, that kind of thing. And with everything being taken into account, you can see here that we are pulling, or could be pulling, 23.16 kilowatts. So with that being said, since you're on propane, I've quoted you a 24 kilowatt generator. And on propane, a 24 kilowatt generator is a true 24 kilowatts. So we know that it will handle everything that you have here at the home. So just wanted to show you that, and that way you know where I'm coming from on the size. So Mr. John, I want to go over this paper with you. This is just the checklist for the generator installation out here. So it's just really for your records is all. Just want to point out a few things to you. So it's just showing you that right here, we're going to be about 10 to 12 weeks out as far as our installations and as far as getting out here and getting all the work complete for you. And now on this day here, when we come out and install this generator for you, we'll have to coordinate with the power company out here, and they'll come out and pull the meter for us, and that way we can work on it while it's, no power's going to the home. So I would just expect to lose power that day for give or take about 4 to 5 hours while we get that transfer switch wired in. The rest of the day would be spent making connections, placing the generator, doing the tests on it, all that good stuff. We'll have everything completely finished in one day. I would just expect to be out of power for half of the day. Now down here, this is just showing you that we're going to pull all the electrical permits to have the work done and mechanical permits to have the work done. Here's just showing you that we're going to pull inspections when we're done. So an inspector is going to come by and just make sure we're compliant to code out here. And then we'll level up that location like we had talked about, and we'll do the concrete pad for the foundation. We won't have to remove any landscaping, so I just put that's not applicable over here. And then we'll do that activation for you and start your warranty work. And then we'll do a demonstration for you that day and just kind of walk you through the system and show you how it works in real time is the main thing. So we'll flip over here, and then one other note I forgot to mention on this, on the demonstration, is that we'll also do a power outage simulation that day. So we'll kill the power outside and just make sure when the power goes out, the generator comes on and everything comes on inside the house like we had talked about. So Mr. John, these are the quotes here I've got for you. So like you had mentioned, you wanted a quote on a Generac and you want a quote on a Briggs & Stratton whole home. So I've quoted you a Generac 24 kW, and in the Briggs & Stratton, they only make a 22 and a 26 kW. So I went ahead and quoted you the 26 kW since the 22 kW wouldn't be big enough. The 26 kW would be plenty big to run everything, of course. So down here at the bottom, you'll see that this comes with the enhanced package. The enhanced package is really important to have. You don't want to go with just a basic package because it's only a 5-year warranty. It doesn't include the maintenance, and it also doesn't include surge protection for the transfer switch, which is very, very important for you guys. That surge protector is there to protect that transfer switch and generator from any surges coming down the line, because if they do, they can burn the computer board on the generator, and that's not going to be covered under warranty. And so it's really important to have that on there. One cool other benefit of having it though is that since we're putting on the transfer switch before your main breaker panel, is that it's also going to protect all your circuits inside the breaker panel as well. So all of your appliances will have surge protection on them as well now. So with that being said, down here in the enhanced package, you'll see that I've got it attached. It comes with that surge protection device. It also includes the first year of Wi-Fi monitoring. It includes the first year of maintenance, which means we'll come back a year after installation and do the preventative maintenance on that generator for you. And then it also includes a 10-year warranty, and that covers all parts and labor for 10 years on the generator. The only part that doesn't cover on the generator is going to be the battery. And your battery, I would expect to get about 4 to 5 years out of those before it's time to replace them. And when it is time to replace them, it's about $100, give or take, to replace those. Now, in our maintenance that we do every year, that is part of the maintenance that we do, like we had discussed earlier when we're walking around. We'll do a voltage check on that battery. So when that battery's not performing like it's supposed to be, we'll let you know, and then we'll go ahead and get that swapped out for you. And so down here, you'll see that there is an Elite package if you want that. It's not required, but it is an option if you want it. And so it's just going to have everything that the Enhanced package has, but it's also going to include the cold weather kit, cellular monitoring with dealer support, which means that when this generator is running its weekly maintenance test, that it's going to send that report back to our office, and then we'll keep up with it. And if anything goes wrong with it, we'll give you a call and let you know, and then we'll send a tech out there to address that issue. This is really just the most hands-free way of doing it here. And then it also includes 2 years of maintenance instead of the first year. And so you wouldn't have to be paying for maintenance until year 3. And so it just gives you a little discount on those first 2 years of maintenance. And it would be an additional $780 to this price here if you wanted to go with that. And like I say, these prices up here, they do include the Enhanced package. So let's talk a little bit about these prices here. So we've got the Generac 24 kW. We always want to make sure that we're pointing at everything when we're talking to them, and so that way they're following along and not just listening to words. And we always also want to be making eye contact with them throughout this whole thing. So we're looking down at the paper, then we're looking up at them, and we're trying to get feedback. We're not just looking down at the paper and reading off a script. And so we've got the Generac 24 kW. That generator out the door, taxes included, everything included in there would be $13,000. And if we wanted to break it down into payments like we had talked about earlier, we've got a few different options that we could do. And I just started with 0 down. That gives us a good place to start. And of course, if you want to put some down, you're more than welcome to. But with 0 down, we've got a 37-month plan at 5.9% interest, would be $350 a month. We've got an 88-month plan at 7.9% interest, would put you at $200 a month. And we've got a